I was talking, you know, it's crazy how things just kind of play themselves out, because as y'all know, I did a live yesterday talking about how a lot of the individuals, the usual suspects, were on Twitter crashing out about Carmelo Anthony's Gibson Go and the support that he got and all those different type of things. Well, if you remember, one of the bookmarks that I went over was about this Protect White Americans protest that they were supposed to be having on that same day. And as I was going through it, some people had informed me that it was indeed going on, like it was a live feed and everything like that. And one of the things I had asked was like, how was it looking out there? But I didn't do my due diligence to go and actually, while on stream, to go and look to see how it was. Well, let's just say I found out how it was, and it turned out to be exactly what I thought it would be, and that's about it. But before we actually get into all of that, I wanted to pull this up again because I want you to pay attention to something. They said peaceful protest. I want y'all to hang on to that part in particular, especially on the peaceful part. And one thing that I also didn't do as far as my due diligence while I was going on the live yesterday was actually going over and looking to see this website, because I didn't pay attention to it until I went and got this picture for this video, that they had a website right there at the bottom called pwaus.com. I guess that's Protect White Americans US. I don't know what the US actually stands for, or whatever the case may be. But I went to the website, and this is what I ended up finding. I ended up finding this. So they had the website, so they literally just put this website together. They put a bunch of different propaganda stuff on there, of course, against black people. They talked about the organizer Jake Lang, who was a person attached to January 6th, and then basically asked were people going to come and attend, and then has Austin Metcalf's picture in there at the bottom. I know I'm scrolling kind of fast because for the sake of the video, but y'all can pause it and see the stuff, especially the parts about the stats that they made sure to go and collect when it came to black people to quote unquote support their cause. However, their cause wasn't as supported as one may think, and I was able to gather a picture of their so-called protest that they had, and it looked just like a regular day. There you go. So that's kind of what it looked like in a nutshell. It was just a lot of open space. That is not a lot of people. Now that's probably just one side, but seeing how that one side just looks in this parking lot is a reflection of how the rest of it looked. That's at the time when it was really going on. It's not like this was just starting and people were just getting there. Like, this was well into the event itself, and this was the so-called quote unquote protest that they were having, the Protect White Americans protest that they were having to go on at this particular time. And all I could do was sit there and simply laugh. Now, remember when I told you to hang on to the part where it was talking about peaceful protests? Well, let's just say I stumbled across a clip that will show everything but that, even with the little bit of people that were there.
All right.
We have an assault over here.
We got our first arrest.
We have an assault over here.
Pepper spray?
Yes.
This woman right here in the mask.
Yes.
She made someone. Please get rid of her.
He was getting in her fucking face, man.
She got assaulted. I got it on video.
The counter protesters are not supposed to be in the area.
She got assaulted. She got assaulted on video.
You're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. Right here.
Back up. Do not interfere. Do not interfere with the arrest. Move, please. Move, please. You're interfering by not letting us walk. Back up. Do not get in the way.
I know, man.
Interfere again, you will be arrested for interference.
Let her go. 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 Fuck let her go. Let her go. Let her go.
You're done.
Oh, yeah. Back up. Get back. Get in touch. Get in touch. Get back. Stay back. Back up.
What the fuck? Oh, you're so big. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. You're gonna out his head. Done so. He didn't do anything. He's finished. What did he even do? He didn't do anything. Something crazy.
You want a vehicle over here? You okay? Are you hurt? I'm good. I wish you wouldn't have done that, man. I was super cool with you guys. Sit up.
I know the fuck you're not talking right now.
What's in his pocket, my man? Oh, man, we squished your crackers. No, you're fine. Man, why did you do that? I accidentally stepped on your foot. It didn't feel like an accident. You about tripped me.
I have no idea. I saw the
All right, kick your leg up, okay? No, put it under your butt. We're gonna stand you up, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, up. And my camera went down somewhere.
He grabbed it, but he didn't do shit. He didn't fucking do anything. Yeah, he didn't do anything. Oh, that's alright. You got all that shit on you. Knock your fat asses down, but he didn't do anything.
You okay? You hurt? No.
I have a monitor, I have my laptop,
Stay back away from her.
and then I have my phone and
So much for peaceful. Basically what happened is you had someone pepper sprayed. They had counter protesters out there, and I believe the 2 people that were arrested was counter protesters, and they sprayed this guy right here, as you can see, with the red hat on, with pepper spray, and that's who they was initially going after, this woman right here. And then the other guy interfered with what was going on, and then he got tackled and arrested, and then at the end of the video you saw that she ended up getting arrested. But I think like I said, I think these were counter protesters to what was going on, and they called it peaceful. I mean, they called this, I said, is this peaceful? I said, peaceful must have another definition. But it was another clip that circulated that was even more interesting and probably even funnier than this, and this involved the organizer of the event, Jake Lang. So I want you to go ahead and check this out.
Part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
But my son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you. I don't...
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make
If
us
we
back
were all,
down.
if we were all of your nature,
Guys, listen.
You're
Let
not
me
gonna
say
see
this.
what a weak man.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You
don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me
name
back
and
down.
Trump. No. When you do that, my name is Bruce
I agree with Black
No,
Mills winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning
but
right
what
now.
You're doing,
they're becoming
but what
degenerates.
you're doing
and murdering.
So you just heard that right there. That's Jake Lang right there. That is Jake Lang with that Charlie Kirk haircut. And the person on the other end of the phone that's basically scolding him is Jeff Metcalf, you know, the son, I'm sorry, the dad to Austin Metcalf. And he's basically scolding him saying, take my son's face off of that website. I don't condone what you're doing. I don't condone the angle that you're using to parade my son's death around for your own personal gain. And Jake Lang could give a damn or a rat's ass about it, because he's basically saying you're weak, you're not a man, like what kind of parent are you? Like, he's literally scolding a man that, despite how we may feel about the situation, just lost their son in a tragic way, and he could care less because he's pushing his own agenda and his own narrative. Now, I don't know who the black guy is right there that's talking to him with the phone in his hand, but apparently he must know who Jeff Metcalf is or something like that, because he was able to get on the phone with him and talk. And then he said, he said, Google my name and Trump. So this guy, I don't know who he is. Maybe someone can let me know down in the comments of who this guy is. But one thing that also stuck out to me when I was looking at this particular clip was, if you listened, there was a guy in there that was sounding like a parrot. I'm gonna go ahead and play that little small clip again of someone behind Jake Lang saying something about Jeff Metcalf being a weak man or something like that, so you can hear that part one more time.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
So you heard that. That guy just leaned in. The first thing he said was, I agree. And then he says, black man here, I gotta agree. You're making men look weak or something, whatever he just said. Dude, if you don't fall back, this has nothing to do with you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why did you have to insert yourself into the conversation that had nothing to do with you? And gonna lean in and say, black man here? Wow. This is exactly what we're talking about. When we talk about these buck dancers and these tap dancers, this is exactly who we're talking about. Like, does he think he's gonna gain anything from out of this? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think the funniest part or the biggest takeaway from this whole event is the fact that they talk a good game on social media, but then when it's actually time to step outside and put in that action and really deliver on the numbers, it never works out. It's not like this is the first time something like this has occurred, and it most definitely won't be the last. Even people who was with them online were against them when it came to this, and I think the biggest part is that it was very last minute. Like, they literally put this together, if you want to call it that, probably in like 24 hours, if that. So how many people did they really expect to show up to something like this? Like, this is something that you have to organize months in advance. If they was going to do something like this, then they should have scheduled this maybe for, I don't know, a month from now at the very least. Not in a day, not 2 days, but then again, this is the so-called high IQ that we're dealing with. These are the brains of the operation, but this was an operation fail, and I'm loving it. My audience is loving it. And there's, I think, 2 other people that I think are loving it as well.
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. Damn, this is some scary shit.